Hey everyone, your friendly neighborhood natty here. My name is Matthew. I make videos on martial arts and video games, but today I'm actually going to give you my protein shake recipe. So much of my protein shake is based upon Bruce Lee's recipe, which you can find. The guide I followed was Pioneer, who has an excellent channel. I love that guy. I pretty much mirror everything close to Bruce Lee's protein shake except for three things, and those are going to be eggs, peanut butter, and bananas. I don't put those in mine because I kind of already have those things consistently in my regular diet throughout the week. So bananas, I pretty much have that every day for lunch because my dad buys a ton of those. So no point to put that in the protein shake. The peanut butter, I have 2 peanut butter sandwiches Tuesday and Thursday every week. So again, I didn't see the point of putting that in here. And then finally, the eggs. Eggs are expensive. I think it's like $5. And going with the 3-egg omelet that I have Saturday and Sunday, it costs too much. And I think the value is mostly in the choline, so I decided to separate that instead. Just buy a separate case of choline pills instead of the eggs. I felt like I would save more money in that regard. And then as for things that are added, mostly for me it would be calcium and D3 because I'm actually lactose intolerant. I can't have a lot of dairy product, and I think Bruce Lee outright avoids that because he was also lactose intolerant. But I feel like, well, even if I can't handle it, I should still get some. So that's why I decided to put in calcium and D3 pills. And then I also put in magnesium because magnesium is important for muscle and nerve function, which of course is incredibly important in martial arts. Now there are 3 ingredients that I have to get specifically from eBay just because it has the correct amount of dosage and servings that I want. So the first one is going to be the choline. So this one actually is imported from Poland. I had to get this directly from Poland, and it has 500 milligrams in 1 tablet, and there's 120 tablets. So that's perfect. Here in America, we seem to have either half dosage. So I saw some that are like 250 milligrams and there's 120 pills. So then it's really 60 servings, right? You know what I mean? So this had the correct dosage that I wanted, and I had to get that directly from eBay. The only con is that whenever you get international products, I think it's any international product, you actually have to sign in person. I remember getting tickets for Johnny Hallyday concert in 2016, Stay Vivant, and I actually had to go down to the post office and sign for it. It's literally paper tickets, but they're like, yeah, anything international you have to sign. So that's the only thing, kind of annoying, but I don't know. I guess it's not a big deal. And like I said, in this case, I would do it for this. The only thing is that it did take a long time to get here. Of course, international shipping. So when you get low on these guys, just make sure that you kind of put an order in advance. That way you're not stuck at 0 when you need it. Now the second thing I had to get was Myo-Inositol powder. Again, we do have this in America, but the dosages and servings were off. You know, they're off or they're inefficient. You know, it costs too much. So I had to get this from Zazzy Naturals. And this has 2,000 milligrams, which is how much I wanted. And 1 scoop, which is this little guy right here, is 226 servings. So that's a lot of servings. You know, that's pretty good, pretty close to a year. So again, I just like the, I guess, benefit to cost ratio. It's more efficient rather than with a choline. I would have had to overbuy, and it would have started to hurt my pocketbook. And finally, we have the lecithin granules. Honestly, I just didn't see this anywhere. I didn't see it at Walmart. I didn't see it anywhere. This is only 16 ounces. But again, it's just something that I could find on eBay that I couldn't find anywhere else. So that's why I had to go through there. So those are the 3 ingredients I have to get on eBay just because I can't get them anywhere else. Now for the ingredients that I can get at Walmart. So the base protein supplement, of course, that I'm using is going to be Equate. So this is kind of like the Walmart version of like whatever brand name you can get. I looked at the nutrition packs, and this is literally the same as the brand version, you know. The only difference is that the brand version costs like $23, and this will be like 17, you know. I'm sure you guys know the lesson that when you're buying name brand products, you're paying a premium for the name brand. I don't see the point in that, so I always try to get, you know, the store brand, whatever the brand it is. It's literally a copy of the name brand anyways. So, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. I have no shame. I'm okay with that. But this is the strawberry version, which honestly, I find this to be way too sweet. I actually like the vanilla version, which actually tastes like chalk. The only thing is that with that one, I would actually use honey. Now, honey is part of the protein shake recipe, but I don't put it here. I don't think you should put it here if you get strawberry because it's already too darn sweet. And then also the scoop, this is actually the one that it comes with, but I feel like this is too much because I would have to buy, you know, more protein supplement too often. So I actually use this one. It's a little smaller, but it's actually from it was like a vegetable protein, which is terrible. It's terrible, by the way, don't ever buy it. But this one's a little bit smaller, and I think this is a little bit better. It lasts a bit longer. Less protein, but again, you know, if I don't have to go to the store, pay more money, then I'm down for that. The next ingredient is going to be magnesium. So I just get the Spring Valley. It's a physical pill. It's a solid pill, a hard pill. And I do suggest that you do those because those blend easier. You can try to blend soft gel caps, except some people say you shouldn't do it. And also it doesn't blend that well either. It's you know, it's a flexible soft gel, so it doesn't blend, it doesn't cut open easily. And this one is in 400 milligrams, which I feel is kind of that acceptable range for the average human. Of course, you don't want to overdose, underdose, and so that's the one I went with. Then we have calcium. This is actually calcium with D3, and the calcium is 600 milligrams, and the D3 is 20 micrograms. Now, that's a little high for the average person, but again, I'm lactose intolerant, so I need a little bit more than the average person. I'm sure you could find one that's appropriate for the normal human, but mine is going to be a little bit higher because I am not capable of getting a lot of dairy products, so I have to get it through here. Next, we have wheat germ. This is another one that was in Bruce Lee's protein shake. And this is just, I think this is the only one I could find at Walmart, so it's basically just what I could find. And honey. So honey, there's a specific type you want to get. This is going to be the raw and unfiltered, less processing, so a lot of its value hasn't been degraded. But as I said previously, this is fine if you get that nice chalky taste of the vanilla protein, but for the strawberry one, it's already too sweet. So I actually just kind of lay off on this one. And the dosage is going to be 1 teaspoon. If I had the vanilla protein again, I would use 1 teaspoon, but I don't use any for the strawberry. Oh, and back to this and lecithin granules. These are 1 tablespoon that you want to put in your in the protein shake. And these pills are really just one. So, you know, one of the choline, magnesium, and calcium. Now the water, you know, the base water, I think these proteins say about 8 to 12 ounces of water. That's too much to me. I just do 7 or 200 milliliters. That's what I use for the water base. And you do put the water in first. Then you put everything else together. Now, let's talk about the results before and after. So the only real result I could tell in the very early beginning is that I got back my spinning splits kick, which I kind of had when I was a kid, but not really. And I got that very quickly and at a higher level than I got when I was a teenager. So I think what's going on is that I do think that this protein shake, which is a little bit mirrored by Bruce Lee, it does help your nerve function, maybe like, neuron messaging, because the spinning splits kick, back splits kick, a lot of things are happening. Even when you kick, a lot of things are happening, right? Because the hip turns in, the standing legs turn out, and you'll figure that stuff out when you train. But the thing about the spinning splits kick is that way too much is happening. You've got to turn, you turn quickly, and then you jump up. But most students, and myself, of course, when I was a kid, we put them together. But you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to put the spin and the jump together, because then you'll do kind of like a spin jump. So your vertical is not that good, which means you don't get enough height to the splits, right? And then, of course, the splits kick is a separate thing too. And so I think maybe after like 5 or 10 days of this protein shake, I was able to get the spinning splits kick pretty good, actually, to the point where I got, pretty good height and pretty good tension too when you actually kick out. Because a lot of people can, and it's understandable, they'll kind of just, there won't be any power to it, just because the messaging is all messed up. There's too much going on. So I felt like with this protein shake, I was able to separate the spinning part, then it stops, and then jumping up to get as much height as possible, and then splits kick. I felt like I could do it. I felt I could do it a lot better than I was a kid. That's one specific case. As far as in general, I can't really say that I felt better or I had more energy or anything like that. It just seemed like I could separate different messages in my brain. It's like you need to spin first and then stop and then jump up as high as possible and then stop and then kick out. I could separate the messages much better. But that's the only thing. Maybe my memory got a little bit better, but in general, I would say that's the only thing I noticed. My martial arts in general, yeah, it's fine. I think maybe my weak side punches, because I'm left-handed, right? So all my attacks are good on this side. They may have gotten a little better. I wouldn't say it got like 50% better, but may have got a little bit better. So I think that's the only benefits I could really tell, was that my splits kick was way better than when I was a kid. Maybe memory got better, and maybe my weak side punches and kicks got a little bit better too. Now, I do drink this protein shake every day, but some ingredients have to be left out. So for example, I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I actually take out calcium and D3. I take it out. I don't need it. And the reason why is because I have tofu ramen every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and tofu has a high level of calcium. So there's no point to double up or overdose on that. Now for Tuesday and Thursday, I do add calcium, because that day I only get a peanut butter sandwich, and that's about it. So there's no calcium there. So I do add this on Tuesday and Thursday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I have to take out choline and calcium. Choline, where's my choline? Right here. I take both these guys out on Saturday and Sunday because I get the 3-egg omelet, which of course eggs do have choline, and of course they have calcium. So I do leave these out on Saturday and Sunday. So a little annoying, but I do have a specific schedule on which ingredients are to be kept, and then of course other days where they have to be taken out, so I don't overdose. So that's all I have for you guys for my protein shake recipe. It does closely mirror Bruce Lee's, and I guess I got a martial arts technique out of it. The only thing right now I'd say is that for changes, I would probably try to put in brewer's yeast, because I couldn't find that before, but I looked on Walmart and apparently you can get that now. So that might be something that I want to put in there and see if I notice a difference. I'm also thinking about putting in kind of like royal jelly, or Bruce Lee's kind of like royal jelly recipe. So apparently he had tea. I can't have tea because there's caffeine in there, but he would make a tea with royal jelly and ginseng. Now royal jelly is kind of like, it's honey from queen bees, but it's not sweet. It's actually pretty sour. So that might be something that I may consider putting in. It depends on the form. If it's like a pill form, that's fine. I can blend it, I guess. And then ginseng. I believe ginseng probably would have to be an extract. I would have to get an extract. I guess that could be a pill too. The only problem is really dosages. I'm not really familiar with the dosages that a normal person can have with those ingredients. But that's probably the only thing that I would look towards in the future, as far as changing, updating something, and noticing a difference. But yeah, good times, I guess. Let me know what you guys think, or if you tried and you notice anything, any differences. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.
You learned martial arts! Martial arts, good!